It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And it is Magic basketball tonight as the Orlando Magic go up against the Pacers in Indianapolis. Indiana has not been playing their best basketball. They need some wins to start adding up here in a hurry, more or less half the season behind us, and they are still struggling to prove they can contend. And the Orlando Magic tried to make a push for the playoffs last season. They brought in some veteran talent to try and move the needle. Needless to say, guys, didn't quite work.
Ernie, this is where I live. I hate to really say something bad about this team because it's a team that drafted me, but the makeup of the roster, Ernie, was a big problem. Too many front court players, not enough guys on the wing.
Not enough. Oh, too many front court.
Too many.
I didn't think you'd ever say that.
Yeah, way too many.
Well, I think because of the game changing a little bit, you can have front court players.
Everybody wants to go small ball. Everybody wants to play
they
small
just got to
ball.
defend the three-point. They don't have to shoot it. Just defend it.
Why all the bitterness about small ball?
Because I live in Orlando.
No, but why all the bitterness about small ball?
Just because
guys, you're a big guy?
It's the Pacers in Indianapolis as we bring you an Eastern Conference contest. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. We'll be catching up in a bit from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. For the Magic, this is the last game before heading back to Florida and Orlando. They've been playing very well lately. It's been 4 wins for them in their last 5 games.
And I think for the Magic, they look ready to make all their fans forget about last season's horrible showing. They've already picked up some impressive victories.
And let's get a quick pregame update from David Aldridge, who had a chance moments ago to talk with head coach Nate McMillan.
Okay, Kevin, thanks very much. He told me he's anticipating just as tough a game today as the first time they met this team, a result that did not go their way. He said, "We know we're in the underdog role against these guys, and that's fine by us. We welcome the challenge." Well, let's see if they're up to it. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Doris, this is about the time the trades start to happen, but let me ask you, if you acquire someone mid-season, this is always tricky, can you reasonably expect that person then to continue and help you in the playoffs?
You know, I think you can, Kevin. I think some of it is how well does that person fit, both in terms of the skill set they bring to the table. Do they complement the pieces already in existence? And the other part is, and maybe the untold part, is the personality aspect of this. Think back to Cleveland's championship, LeBron's first in Cleveland and the first in countless years in the city of Cleveland, Channing Frye. People will not necessarily associate him with that championship, but if you ask the Cleveland Cavaliers, that guy's ability to mesh on the basketball floor and bring the respective pieces of the puzzle together were crucial in that championship. The answer is a definitive yes, you can.
So what I'm hearing in your answer is that it's a lot on the floor, but boy, there's a lot to consider what they do off the floor, in your locker room.
Yeah, both pieces important, no doubt.
A look at the Magic starting group. Ross is the 3 with Gordon at the 4. Payton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. And it's Vucevic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
You have to know when to simply catch and shoot, and it serves Terrence Ross very well that time.
Collison kicks to Young. Turner with the screen. Young dishes to Turner. Shoots over Vucevic. The shot by Turner no good. On defense, the Pacers. It's a 3-point game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
And no matter how well you defend, when you shoot that poorly, it's going to be a very difficult challenge for you to get a win.
Yeah, I thought too many hard shots. I don't know whether it was a question of strategy or if guys were just unwilling to work for something better.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. And a refined offensive skill set for the Croatian Bogdanovic.
Well, Bojan, his three-point shot, obviously a big part of his game. He can really heat it up from the perimeter. On any given night, this guy can go for 40.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good, Bogdanovic. And you see Bogdanovic, 6'8" at times, listed at shooting guard. GA, is he a 2?
No. If anything, I think he's often better defending power forwards than he is against the wings, in part because you're not going to look to post that position in the way the game is played today. This guy is skilled and tough, but doesn't have the great foot speed defensively, so I think that's to his advantage to guard those guys.
The Magic shooting their first free throws of the evening.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
The first free throw is good. And Evan Fournier out of France, an instinctive offensive player, Greg.
Yeah, favorite player growing up was Manu Ginobili, and you can see some similarities in their games. Fournier possesses long-range shooting, but also able to handle and put pressure on the D with the dribble.
And so Fournier nails both of them. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Collison kicks to Young. Back to Collison. Fires from the line. Vucevic with the rebound.
Maybe not that time, but he'll hit more than his share if he's left open.
And Fournier kicks to Payton. Passes it to Ross. Here's Gordon. There's a good screen. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. The Pacers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Collison. Collison with another miss.
Well, they're simply having trouble getting their legs underneath them, right? They're just 1 for 5 to start things off.
Payton passes to Fournier. Dishes it to Gordon. Payton kicks to Vucevic. Over Turner. The offensive rebound goes back up. Good work defensively by Turner.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Bogdanovic wide open. Nailed from three-point land. Bogdanovic has got 6.
And what I love about Oladipo, he does such a great job playing within the context of the offense. If you're open, he will find you.
Gordon kicks to Vucevic. That one doesn't drop. Good work defensively by Turner. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Magic making a change here. Spates is checked in. Indiana trailing here. Collison kicks to Young. Over Gordon. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
How about the confidence from Thaddeus Young? He is an effective in-between shooter. You've got to guard him.
Near the three-point line, it's Gordon. It doesn't go for him. And Indiana will come the other way. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
Well, listen, I've seen worse performances offensively, but no doubt that group was inconsistent.
Well, certainly it wasn't.
That happened.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Yeah, Kevin, he's one of maybe 2 guys in the league who can finish on that kind of jam. Ross has so many dunks at his disposal.
Special thanks to Under Armour for that sweet replay we just saw. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Drops in the tray.
Well, listen, there's no one around him, and he says thank you very much. Wide open look at 3, as easy as that.
Payton dishes to Fournier. Pass to Ross. The feed to Spates. Gordon a screen. It's rebounded by Indiana. Turner's got his 3rd rebound on the night. A wide open look here for Oladipo. The shot's good. Collison making the play.
Well, that's just the catch-and-shoot game of Victor Oladipo. So fast on the trigger on the catch.
Payton with the ball. 11 points for him in that last game against Philadelphia.
Yeah, I was also struck by how well he shared the basketball. He created a lot of easy buckets with that passing ability.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Well, you've simply got to push through that, right? You need to at least contest the shot. Otherwise, he's going to knock it down.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
And the way he went about it, no better way to increase the lead and energizes your teammates.
One shot.
And for the Magic, it's really been a musical chairs with their coaches. A lot of churning on the roster, but the pieces still have yet to gel. And honestly, it's been a mess.
Ross kicks to Payton. Stolen by Collison. And a fast break now for the Pacers. They get it back. And stolen by Spates. Here's Payton. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Collison. Pacers leading by 6. And if you're running the Magic, Greg, what's the roadmap to contention?
Well, first and foremost, it's always going to have to start through the draft. I mean, you've got to be able to get core pieces there. And then you want to continue to add perimeter shooting and focus on developing your young talent based on the way the game is played today.
Payton passes to Gordon. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Shoots from 12. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And 11 points for Bojan Bogdanovic. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Well, there's no doubt. They were sharp on the offensive end. The bench guys just did a sensational job bringing their A game.
DJ Augustine's checked in for Orlando. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Pacers.
And they featured a pretty balanced attack, a good mix of the inside and the outside game. There was just no way to come at them defensively because they were so good at adapting to the situation.
Thaddeus Young grabs the miss.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And Augustine kicks to Gordon. Over Young. Offensive rebound. Here's Spates. And again, unable to change momentum here. Here's Bogdanovic. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And the shot goes down.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And Oladipo kicks to Turner. Outside Collison. Feeds it to Young. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Collison's got 4 assists now tonight. Here is Augustine. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Kicks to Gordon. Back to Augustine. For 3, Ross. And Oladipo pulls it down.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Al Jefferson, he's checked in for Miles Turner. Sabonis comes in for Young. Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for Bogdanovic. And it's Joseph in for Victor Oladipo. And Joseph kicks to Jefferson. The dish now to Collison. Pass to Sabonis. Rebound by the Magic.
Gets it to very close range, but there was no way the defense going to back off and give him that layup.
And the Pacers still looking for their first NBA title, but 3 titles, as we know, for the franchise in their ABA days.
How about in 9 seasons with the ABA, they made the finals 5 times. Now, granted, there were only about 10 teams in the league, but that's still pretty impressive.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And he makes the first. Greg, it's been a long rebuild for the Magic, but they really feel they've got a plan in place.
Well, you've heard the front office talking that they're going to win at least 1 championship by the year 2030. And I got to say, that's an interesting quote, to say the least. I mean, I have heard of a 5-year plan, but a 13-year plan, I guess you'd call that building for the long term.
He hits both from the stripe. Pacers leading by 10. And Joseph kicks to Jefferson. Over Spates. And Jefferson gets it to go. Jefferson's got his first bucket in this one.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Fournier against Stevenson. The pass to Sabonis. Back to Stevenson. Stevenson setting the pick for Robinson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. And the Pacers lead by 14.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
So for the Magic, Isaac's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Flalo comes in for Terrence Ross. And Jonathan Simmons subbed in for Evan Fournier. The Magic trail by 14. Now Augustine. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Doors, who are some of the guys that surprise you with their toughness on a nightly basis in the NBA?
You know, you have to think historically, pound for pound in the history of the NBA, the toughest single guy was Allen Iverson. For me, the current iteration, and I'm not saying that Isaiah Thomas is Allen Iverson, they're drastically different players because Isaiah doesn't have that kind of athleticism that AI had early. But Isaiah at 5'9", to continually find his way into the paint, to be willing to attack the bigs, to absorb the kind of pounding he does, and get himself into the MVP conversation, Kevin, really, that was incredible.
LeBron probably takes, for a guy his size, you think he can dish it out, but I'm telling you, I think he gets whacked all the time.
I think, Kevin, this is the single hardest guy in the NBA to officiate today, and frankly, I do not believe LeBron James goes to the foul line as much as he deserves.
Well said. And Flalo drops them both.
And really, as recently as 2014, the Pacers were a team with that old school front court. Some tall timber inside, and they played that slow, methodical pace. They have revamped the roster, looking to space the floor and really fire it up on offense.
Outside, Simmons. He feeds it to Spates. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And the Pacers now looking to revamp how they approach things. The rebuild is on, it would appear.
Yeah, and a good time to do it when they saw Paul George would be leading. It won't be easy to make the transition, but the Pacers do have a good collection of young talent.
Another shot. Rebounded by Isaac.
Boy, a little too casual on the layup. Temporary loss of focus, not good.
And Simmons kicks to Augustine. Simmons against Robinson. And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle too.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
Orlando shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. Pacers leading by 7. Now here's Joseph. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. There's a screen. Sabonis kicks to Joseph. Shot clock at 5. No good again that time. The Magic trail by 7. Pass to Isaac. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint.
Robinson, that's good.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
Augustine dishes to Spates. Back to Augustine. Outside for Simmons. The Magic again can't hit. Indiana's gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Looking at some numbers for Simmons. How last month turned out for him, averaging 9 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And those numbers solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
There's no doubt.
Take a break.
This is a guy who understands his role, knows he's got to give you quality minutes, and that's what they expect from him.
First free throw is good. And the Pacers operating in a smaller market. Some cost restraints for this franchise.
Right. This is not a team that can pay the luxury tax. It's not necessarily a free agent destination either. Those are challenges, but they have remained very competitive over the years.
And Stevenson drops them both. 56 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Joseph against Augustine. To the middle. No good from Simmons. Pacers leading by 12. In the corner, it's Robinson. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. And Augustine kicks to Aflalo. Here's Isaac. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Man, I tell you what, Isaac really rebounds well for his position. Takes advantage of that length and his reach to track down rebounds.
Joseph against Augustine. Joseph, the pass to Stevenson. He kicks it to Jefferson. Puts it up from 15. It's not going to go for him. And so it's Indiana with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And their three-point shooting has paved the way for them. Right back after this break. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And when you consider how the Pacers are doing, guys, what do you think?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
It was huge, no doubt, and it seems like they simply can't miss from downtown.
Here's Joseph. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Corey Joseph is out there with Robinson. That's Lance Stevenson. Then there's Al Jefferson. And it's Sabonis in at the 4. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers.
That's nice technique on the glass. You know, you leverage your position and your size to pull that in.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Orlando Magic do have a stacked front court. They've got plenty of size. Head coach Frank Vogel said, in today's small ball NBA, we think we can beat the heck out of teams in the paint. But shooting has been a hindrance, and he conceded we might have to win some games, 68-65. Kevin?
Going against the grain, DA. Thank you. first one falls. Doris, you graduated as your university's all-time assist leader. What do you think is the most important trait for becoming a great guard, a great playmaker?
Well, I think obviously you have to have a pretty good handle because generally you're going to absorb some pressure in the middle of a game. But I think the other part of that is, Kevin, you've got to be someone who enjoys watching someone else score as much as you enjoy scoring yourself.
I think this makes you such a great analyst because you had to know as a guard everybody's role and everybody's movement on a certain play.
You know, that's a great point. I've always said being a point guard is the perfect position to come at an analyst job from. You're 100% right.
It's stolen by Vucevic. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Isaac with the ball. The three from Aflalo. And the three ball is good. Aflalo's got 5 points so far.
You know, that three-point shot, a big part of his arsenal offensively. Aflalo is a live weapon from out there.
Joseph with a screen on Simmons. And stolen by Simmons. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Passes to Aflalo. Here's Isaac. A rebound by Jefferson. Here's Robinson. Here's Sabonis. Outside for Robinson. He dishes it to Joseph. Pass to Stevenson. Joseph sets a screen for Stevenson. Over Augustine. Vucevic with the block. Simmons dishes to Aflalo. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Simmons. For Indiana, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Augustine against Joseph. Deep 2 from Robinson. Offensive rebound, Pacers. And Jefferson throws it down hard.
Sometimes, Kevin, it simply comes down to activity, and Jefferson relentless pursuing those second chances.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And Vucevic kicks to Augustine. Just 5 on the clock. The Pacers pull it in. Jefferson's got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That's his first foul. Some changes for Indiana. Young's checked in for Sabonis. And it's Oladipo in for Robinson. And the Magic making a change here as well. Payton's checked in. Pacers leading by 5. Vucevic with the block. And here's Aflalo. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia. That one good for 2. Isaac's got 6 points.
And look how fluid Isaac moves. It's like watching a guard, terrific at penetrating and using those long strides to get to the rim.
Screen by Young. Stevenson drives in. Tries again. Jefferson. That shot no good. The Magic go the other way with it. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Indiana's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Joseph against Payton. Jefferson, a screen on Payton. Joseph, the pass to Jefferson. Again, the miss by Jefferson.
Well, the offense got him the ball in exactly the position they wanted. That's just better defense.
Vucevic against Jefferson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be Lance Stevenson.
And Elfrid Payton, the 10th pick back in that 2014 draft. And remember, the Magic looked at him as their point guard of the future. And last season, at times, he was coming off the bench. And it's been about that lack of progress as a shooter that I think is the biggest concern with this team.
That free throw, no good. And for Elfrid Payton, shooting has always been his Achilles heel.
Yeah, as a defender, passer, penetrator, I think he's solid, but shooting has become so important in our league right now. He needs that perimeter shot to really have a chance to get to the next level.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Jefferson. Bogdanovich comes in for Lance Stevenson, and it's Collison in for Joseph. Good on the second free throw. Indiana leading. Here's Collison, and off the front iron, and in it goes. Collison's got 7 points. Magic have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Vucevic setting the pick for Payton. Dishes to Vucevic. That's good, and it's Payton with the assist.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Ross against Bogdanovich. Back to Oladipo. Vucevic with the block. And it's Gordon penetrating. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Yeah, he saw he had a huge opportunity to help his team. Score is tight-knit, and he comes through.
Turner with the screen. Shoots from 12. Rebound by the Magic. Vucevic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Fournier dishes to Gordon.
Look at that.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Indiana trailing here. And Oladipo kicks to Collison. 11 feet away. No good off the front iron. And it's the Magic's ball. They're on a 16-4 run right now. Here's Payton. Here's Gordon, the second effort, and it's good on the layup. Gordon's got the lead up to 4 now for Orlando.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Bogdanovich. Goes back up. Turner. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Vucevic.
Well, that ability of Miles Turner to draw that foul to me is about him carving space on the interior. Really well done.
And Miles Turner, Doris, one of the league's best shot blockers.
He really is, Kev. Top 5 in that category starting in his 2nd season. The quickness and long arms give him all the necessary tools.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. Well, we all have hobbies outside basketball, Doris. You've said that one of your passions is cooking, and I know this personally. I have to ask, what's your best dish? What's your specialty?
You know, that might be too many to name, but if I were to pick just one, I would probably have to say my chicken tetrazzini is my children's favorite. Boy, I can throw down in the kitchen, Kevin.
Learn that from Mom? Did you just pick that up on your own? How'd you learn to be such a good cook?
You know, my daughter and I, that was one thing that sort of really bonded us. We would watch a little cooking show on TV, head to the kitchen, and try to reproduce it. So Sarah and I did some work.
Love that story. The shot's good from Fournier.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Collison. Turner. Unable to get that one. The Magic go the other way with it. And Fournier kicks to Payton. And there's the feed to Ross. There's the dish to Vucevic. Here's Payton. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Here's Collison. Vucevic with the block. Here's Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Oh, fruitful possession. Just doing what they can to extend the lead.
Well, this is a perfect example of how you want to run your offense. Disciplined but determined. Nice possession, Greg.
There's the screen. Bogdanovich against Fournier. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Well, Bogdanovich looking so comfortable close to the rim, just extends past the defense beautifully.
Payton passes to Ross. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Fournier for three, and again it's the Magic from deep. So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. And Aaron Gordon, the athletic Aaron Gordon, playing much of last season at the small forward position during Serge Ibaka's short-lived stint in Orlando.
Yeah, and while he was excited to stretch his skill set, pretty clear it was a bad fit, especially in today's NBA. Gordon is a power forward, period. The Magic invested the 4th pick on him in that 14 draft, and they have to give him minutes at his natural position as his game continues to evolve.
Spates checked in for the Magic. Pacers trail by 10. Collison kicks to Oladipo. They set the pick. Shot off the screen, and the basket by Collison. Collison's got 4 points in the quarter.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Oh, I'll tell you, that's good basketball. You have to get a little creative against the big man, but I love his initiative.
Bogdanovich against Gordon. Feeds to Oladipo. Gordon dishes to Payton. It's Fournier on the wing. Sinks the triple. Fournier's got 10 points in the game.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Collison kicks to Oladipo. Here's Bogdanovich. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Back to Fournier. Kicks to Payton. The pass to Fournier over Oladipo. Fournier's shot is off.
Boy, that's a tough miss. Does well to get himself open and then botches it up.
Poked away. Spates with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against Philadelphia.
You know what else impressed me? How infectious his tenacity was. Simply a wrecking ball on the boards, collected huge amounts of rebounds.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Well, Darren Collison going through the free agency process this last summer. Greg, Indiana jumped at the chance to add him to the roster.
Yeah, and with Collison and his ability to play in so many ways, that is what made teams go after him. He doesn't always take a big signing to change the complexity of a team. Getting solid contributors like Collison go a long way in building the foundation of a team.
And the first one at the line is good.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Sabonis, he's checked in for Indiana. And Robinson III comes in for Victor Oladipo. Collison hits them both.
There's that accurate touch of his at the stripe. He is locked in.
Now Payton taking a look at his stats. He's averaging around 9.5 points a game. He used that pick just right. Fournier's got 13.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Sabonis. Collison with a screen on Spates. Here's Sabonis. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Boy, just enough defensive attention to throw that shot off target.
Hands with the ball out of bounds. Fournier last touched it.
And while we have a chance, how about the numbers for Turner? Averaging about 16 points, 15 rebounds, and 2.5 blocks. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers.
Payton attacking. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. It's on Darren Collison. The Magic have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. That's good from Peyton.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Corey Joseph's checked in for Darren Collison. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Pacers trail by 13. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
They set the pick. Joseph, the pass to Bogdanovich. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Well, he continues to have trouble with his shot, well below 50% from the field in this period.
And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Vucevic has got his second bucket of the night.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Turner inside. Vucevic defending. Vucevic with the block.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Peyton dishes to Fournier. He feeds it to Vucevic. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Vucevic has got 6.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Turner with a screen on Spates. Out of bounds. Orlando takes possession. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Magic. They reside in the 7th slot right now in the early part of the season. And, of course, there's the Pacers. Right now, quite a ways down below.
And right now, for the Pacers, they haven't made any of the strides they were hoping to see prior to the season. Again, hanging around at the bottom of the standings.
And with one eye already on the off-season, I would guess they start tinkering with lineups, different personnel combinations as this season wraps up. That way they can start forming a plan for the future.
Down low.
And how about the ground Isaac can cover? I mean, between his height and wingspan, alley-oops are becoming just a way of life.
23 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Augustine against Joseph. Robinson sets a screen for Joseph. Robinson against Augustine. Robinson kicks to Turner. It's good.
Yeah, Miles Turner can carve space. Don't let that lean frame fool you. He can get inside and score deep.
And so it's the Orlando Magic feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Aaron, you all have played at a high level so far. What has worked for you?
We're just sticking to the game plan. You know, our coaches really drew up something good for us. You know, they wrote it out, and we're sticking to it, and we're executing very well.
Yeah, that's obvious the way you all have played. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. The game plan did not work out for Orlando in the first quarter. It didn't appear that their energy level was anywhere near as high as it needed to be, and the period ended with them in a 10-point hole. The surge they made in the second quarter was almost hard to believe. I mean, this was a team that instantly became unstoppable and now on the verge of a blowout. What did you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Magic?
Well, we can't look past the huge contribution their bench has provided. They've got this lead mainly because of the injection of energy and offense that they got from their reserves. That's what a coach wants to see. I'm guessing the minutes will be spread out a little bit in the second half.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
Well, with the way they struggled to defend the three-point line, it started to look like warm-up drills. They cannot be afraid to bring more defenders out high. They got to make life tougher on those outside shooters.
That'll do it for now. The second half of action coming right up.
And we return to Indianapolis, Indiana, with a look at all the activity taking place in this terrific downtown. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Nice game. Great performance by Evan Fournier.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
You know, I think, Greg, they never settled for the first look. It was always about, let's get the best shot possible. Really good judgment on the offensive end.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Pacers trail by 17. Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. Fournier and Ross, they're the wings. The big men are Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Payton in at the 1. A nice shot by Bogdanovic. And Nate McMillan with a solid track record as head coach in Seattle and Portland before taking over the Indiana Pacers.
Well, think about it. Before this job, 12 seasons, all coaching in the Northwest. And that goes along with 12 seasons as a player, all with the Sonics. He actually earned the nickname Mr. Sonic for almost 2 decades in Seattle.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Payton. And both free throws good for Payton. And so it's Indiana with it. Outside, Bogdanovic. Great D that time from Vucevic.
Well, that's tough defense in the paint, harassing him every step of the way.
Payton passes to Fournier. He kicks to Gordon. Magic moving the ball around. Payton with the ball. Picked up by Collison. Just 5 to shoot. The drive by Vucevic. And it's sent back by Turner. And here we go with Collison running it up the court. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Count it, good. Magic leading by 15. Now here's Payton. He's got 7. Passes to Fournier. He dishes it to Gordon. Turner against Vucevic. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. And it's 8 points for Vucevic.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Well, you simply got to push through that, right? You need to at least contest the shot. Otherwise, he's going to knock it down.
Here's Bogdanovic. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Here's Fournier, and the call will be against Fournier. That is his first foul of the game.
You know, looking at the turnover story, they've had a few miscues along the way, but as we see on the scoreboard, it hasn't hurt them.
Pacers trail by 17. Turner with the screen. Young, a screen on Payton. Here's Turner. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Turner's got 6.
A physical basketball there, and in the best sense. A hard screen allows him to shake the defender and get to the bucket for the layup.
Gordon with the screen for Fournier. Kicks it out to Gordon. Puts up a 3. Darren Collison pulls it in. They're running. And here we go. And Young with the stuff.
Oh, my goodness, a sensational athlete. Go ahead, Thaddeus Young.
Payton outside. Pass to Fournier. Dishes to Vucevic. Shoots over Turner. And the shot falls short this time.
I don't like their energy level since the break, right? They've missed 3 of their first 4 shots.
And it's good, 2 points. Turner's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Payton outside. Picked by Vucevic. Fournier, that's for 2. And the rebound goes to Collison. Collison's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Bogdanovic. And the 3 off target.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Here's Ross. Offensive rebound. And it's Vucevic missing.
As long as they can hang on to this lead, he won't have to answer for what's been an off night for him.
The lead now in single digits. 17 points for Bojan Bogdanovic.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Payton dishes to Ross. Fournier in the corner. The feed to Vucevic to end the drought, and it's sent back by Turner.
Kevin, how about the reach of Miles Turner? He covers so much ground to come up with these blocks.
Here's Collison, and again it's Indiana converting.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
Oh, they regrouped, they worked out some of their frustrations, and now we're seeing them have some fun.
It's stolen by Oladipo. And now Oladipo pushing it up. No one back. Oh!
Well, we know Oladipo is an elite dunker, one of the most creative guys when he's at the rim.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Payton kicks to Fournier. Payton against Collison. Here's Vucevic, and he banks in the layup. Vucevic has got 4 this quarter.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Oladipo, the pass to Turner. To the paint, here's Collison. That ball. Nice feed that time from Turner. And that's 17 points for Collison.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Payton can't get that one to fall.
This has been one of those nights where he's really struggled. And the team hasn't, but he has.
And Thaddeus Young he's got a unique offensive skill set. I mean, he really is able to score over bigger players with just an array of little hooks and floaters and off-balance shots in the lane.
Count that bucket.
Look, you never know where Thaddeus is going to go, right? He's got such superb instincts in these pick-and-roll sets.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. And Greg, at about 6'8", what is it that enables Young to finish so well inside?
I think it's more finesse than power. Not a lot of free throws for him, but he can get his shot off quickly before the shot blockers have time to gather.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Jefferson's checked in for Turner. Sabonis comes in for Young. And Stevenson's checked in for Bogdanovic. And it's Joseph in for Darren Collison. Augustine a screen on Joseph. Spates sets a screen. Augustine from outside. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Sabonis has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. There's the dish to Jefferson. The shot, no good. So Orlando will take it the other way. Here's Aflalo, and he lays it straight in. Aflalo's got 7.
Oh, you like the aggressiveness from Aflalo. He just took it right to the rack with strength.
Augustine against Joseph. They set the pick to the middle, and stolen by Aflalo. Feeds it to Augustine. Here's Isaac. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Pacers trail by 5. Here's Sabonis. Here's Oladipo. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, Victor Oladipo won't back down from a challenge. He isn't afraid of getting a little bit nasty if the defense sort of sets the tone.
And Oladipo has some parts of his game that needs work, but he is certainly terrific on the big finish.
Yeah, I mean, he's got longer arms than you would think for a player of his size, and the overall physical skill set, there's no doubt about it. You know, you look at his ability to just stay floating in the air for that extra moment when he's in attack mode, and this is a young man that still has his best basketball ahead of him.
And the first one at the line is good. And last season, Victor Oladipo making big advances in his ability to shoot the three.
Well, I thought Oladipo just played with a confidence that we hadn't seen before when he was taking perimeter shots. He seemed to trust his perimeter game more, and it helps when you have the green light.
Here's Augustine. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Aflalo. That's in. Augustine with the assist. And the Magic lead by 5.
Boy, Aflalo will punish you from mid-range if you give him a chance.
Deflects the pass. Spates against Jefferson. Got a piece of it. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Joseph leading the charge. Kicks it to Spates. And the slam dunk by Spates.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
Yeah, they may have gotten the feeling he would dish it off, but he had a surprise for them.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half, more effort as well, and their offense starting to show signs of life.
And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Yeah, and Isaac, he just makes dunking look easy. It has an incredible reach and quickly gets up off the floor to throw that one down.
Jefferson, and it's Orlando with the rebound.
I'll tell you, his inconsistency not helping their cause at all.
And that one's good. Simmons.
I don't think the pass could be better placed. That's a great assist.
Pacers trail by 9. Oladipo outside. Here's Stevenson. Goes up again. And that's 2 points on the layup.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Simmons, a screen on Oladipo. And Augustine kicks to Simmons. Spates sets a screen. Back to Simmons. 5 on the clock. And let's quickly go to our rookie leaderboard to find out which rookies have blocked the most shots this season. You look at Isaac, 5th in the league in patrolling the paint.
And that ability to send shots away at the rim, so highly valued. It takes guts to put yourself in harm's way and contest those finishers.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. The Pacers making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And here is Joseph. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Screen by Jefferson. Stevenson with a clean look. No good on the triple. Magic leading by 9. And Simmons kicks to Augustine. Aflalo with it. Now guarded by Stevenson. Here's Simmons. The Pacers pull it in. Jefferson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And there's the pass to Joseph. And it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Augustine with it. There's a screen. Aflalo dishes to Spates. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Al Jefferson.
One shot.
There's a minute 34 left to play here in the third. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Sabonis, out to the wing. Jefferson kicks to Joseph. Back to Jefferson. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. And we see a chart here for the shooting performance so far for Collison.
And everything he's touched has turned to gold. If you are on defense, you have to make sure all 5 players know exactly where he is at all times, because if he gets a sliver of a look, he'll get it done.
Here's Orlando now. They're on a 15-6 run. Aflalo with a screen on Joseph. And Augustine kicks to Aflalo. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Joseph. Oh, and here comes Robinson all alone. And Robinson throws it down hard.
Yeah, sprinting end to end, but under control. That's the key.
No, exactly right, Greg. You can't go too fast. He pulled that off in brilliant fashion.
Back to Augustine. He feeds it to Spates. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Simmons with it. Now guarded by Stevenson. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Simmons got 6 points in the quarter. Pacers trail by 12. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Screen by Jefferson. Stevenson against Simmons. Stevenson kicks to Jefferson. Pass to Sabonis. Beyond the arc. It's good from long range. Sabonis has got it back down to within single digits for the Pacers. Now Augustine trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And so it's Orlando in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back to the action after this word. Now let's listen in to Frank Vogel's huddle.
Playing for each other. You're scary good when you do it. What we've done to this point means nothing. We need a strong fourth quarter.
That's Frank Vogel giving his guys some praise, but much work left to be done here.
Yeah, I mean, he's reminding them why they're in this position right now. It's unselfish basketball, and it can take them the rest of the way.
3 quarters in the books, folks. Glad to have you with us. Welcome back as we get going. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Indiana, Sabonis is out there with Al Jefferson. Then it's Lance Stevenson. Then it's Robinson. And it's Joseph in at the point guard position. Jefferson against Vucevic. Pass to Isaac. He kicks to Augustine. Magic moving the ball around. Here's Vucevic. No good on that one. Jefferson with some nice D. Pacers trail by 7. Now here's Joseph. He dishes it to Stevenson. Rebound by the Magic. Isaac's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Simmons with it. Now guarded by Stevenson. And it's Vucevic. That time on the assist by Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists tonight. Timeout called the Pacers.
And you look at the post-up bangers who don't block shots at a high level. More and more we're seeing teams relegate them to that 6-man role off the bench. It'll be interesting to see how that affects a guy like Vucevic who fits that description.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Jefferson. Young comes in for Sabonis. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Lance Stevenson. And it's Collison in for Corey Joseph. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group. Gordon's checked in for Isaac. Ross comes in for Aaron Aflalo. Evan Fournier's checked in for Jonathan Simmons. And it's Peyton in for Augustine. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Nate McMillan had some advice for the team during that last break. They have been getting killed from long range tonight, and he said we can't lose track of their shooters. We're overpacking the lane and we're leaving them wide open. Guys, we'll see if they can make the adjustment.
Greg, why is it, do you think, that teams want those more floor-bound, post-up big men like Vucevic coming off the bench?
I think two things. First of all, their defensive shortcomings are less exposed playing against other reserves. Also, their ability to create offense on the block has more value with that second unit because that group tends to have their struggles in terms of scoring the basketball.
Back to Ross. Peyton passes to Ross. That's in, coming off an assist from Peyton. Peyton's got his 6th assist on the night.
Yeah, Terrence Ross in his comfort zone from distance. This guy has always had the eye of a sharpshooter.
The offensive rebound, Turner. Great D that time from Peyton. Magic leading by 12. Here's Ross. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Collison kicks to Robinson. Turner with the screen. Will it go? Great D that time from Vucevic.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
Peyton dishes to Ross. A 3-pointer off the mark. Indiana's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Here's Robinson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw, good. Orlando leading by 13. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Gordon, the pass to Ross. Shot clock at 6, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Ross.
Ouch, that's a wasted possession. Got to shake it off and forget it happened, guys.
Oladipo, he's checked in for the Pacers. The Pacers have gone just 2 of 8 in this 4th quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Oladipo with a screen on Fournier. Collison against Fournier. Just 5 to shoot. And Oladipo gets to Turner, and it's good, 2 points.
And you can see what the emphasis was at halftime. Here in the second, a lot more effort to get the ball inside, and it's starting to pay dividends.
Boy, Miles Turner out of the University of Texas, hook 'em horns, the number 11 pick back in 2015. He now looks like a foundational piece for the Pacers.
One shot. One shot.
Of course, you look back on that 2015 draft, hard to argue that Turner shouldn't have gone higher.
Yeah, I think it was the unusual running style. There were some concerns that it might predispose him to injury. The Pacers training staff actually found a muscular imbalance, so they helped him strengthen certain areas and correct that issue. Well, this is the classic hot hand, right? If he can keep it up, their lead will be safe.
Here's Oladipo. The kick out to Young. No one near Turner as he lets it go. Misses the chippy right there.
Now, great look on that. Just a little out of rhythm.
Yeah, he looked like he forced that a little bit. Just needs to take his time. Got to make these shots right now.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Vucevic.
Well, how about Bogdanovich showing a bit of mobility on his way to the rack, drawing the foul?
Free throw good, Bogdanovich.
There's a lot to like about Bogdanovich's game. He's a skilled scorer, he's a capable defender, and I think there's some leadership qualities there.
And he makes both free throws. The Magic leading by 12. Here's Payton. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Oladipo outside. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. He's guarded by Ross. Young outside. Turner with the screen. 4 on the shot clock. They get it again. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Vucevic is screen on Collison. Payton dishes to Vucevic. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Young. Oladipo outside. Turner passes to Oladipo. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
The silky smooth jumper of Mr. Oladipo. How consistent has he become?
Ross kicks to Payton. Back to Ross. In the corner, it's Gordon. Buries it from 3-point range. Gordon's got 5 points in the quarter.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Right. If you want to get back in the game, you simply can't afford to let long-range shooters get comfortable.
Picked by Vucevic. Payton kicks to Ross. Pass to Vucevic. Dishes it to Fournier. 14 feet away. It's stolen by Oladipo. Sweet little floater.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Vucevic dishes to Fournier. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. Pacers trail by 11. Outside Collison. Now the feed to Turner. From 12 feet out. That shot is off. Great D that time from Vucevic. And here is Ross. The dish to Fournier. Feeds to Payton. 5 on the clock. They set the screen. Here's Gordon. Hits the front of the rim and out. Indiana's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Payton against Collison. Turner with a screen on Payton. Collison, no good. Magic leading by 11. Here's Ross. Good defensive work there by Young. Oladipo against Fournier. Oladipo, the pass to Collison. Over Ross. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Collison's got it back down to single digits for Indiana. Orlando's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Gordon kicks to Payton. There's the pick. Now the pass to Ross. Over Bogdanovich. No good from Ross. The Pacers shooting not great, 40% for the game. The pull-up, and again it's Indiana. Orlando, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Picked by Vucevic. Payton dishes to Fournier. Bogdanovich against Ross. And Vucevic kicks to Fournier. Picked by Vucevic. 5 on the clock. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line. Pacers trail by 8. Here's Collison. And good that time. Collison's got 10 points here in the second half. Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Nikola Vucevic.
And guys, it's been a rugged brand of defense he's played. I don't know why they keep taking the ball at him. It seems like every time they have, he's come up with the rejection. And with every block, he's only gotten more and more fired up.
And it's the Magic with the ball. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Payton kicks to Vucevic. Shoots over Turner, and it's sent back by Turner. Here's Bogdanovich. Makes it off the glass. Bogdanovich has got 21 in the game.
Amazing poise from Bogdanovich, able to deliver a huge shot.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovich.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Two shots.
And that one misses. And he sinks the second. Here's Indiana. They're on a 16-7 run. The drive by Collison takes it to Turner. And Alfred Payton with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, I mean, the way he's climbing all over him on that one, no way the officials are going to miss that.
I think you can't even go for that rebound. He's completely checked out. Just leave it alone.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
He hits the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. Collison hits them both.
And now down to a one-possession game. Those foul shots, huge.
Gordon, the pass to Payton. Back to Gordon. Loss on the wing. He's covered by Bogdanovich. 5 to shoot. Fournier gets a wide open look. Another miss by Orlando. And it's Indiana's ball. They're on an 18-7 run. Here's Collison. And that one comes up a bit short. Magic leading by 3. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You love to see Terrence Ross on the attack, Kevin. This guy moves well. He's got a tremendous vertical. No reason he shouldn't get to the line.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he does get the second one. And that gives them a 4-point cushion. Indiana's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. A drive by Collison. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Orlando's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter.
Things coming very easily right now for Terrence Ross. He's played with all the swag you could ask for.
And definitely playing the opponent, but also they're playing against the clock.
No, you're absolutely right. It's not impossible to catch up, but it is a tall order right now. Well, I'll tell you, it takes a lot of confidence to go with the floater. That is not as easy as it looks.
Payton, right side. He feeds it to Vucevic. No good that time. Good work defensively by Turner.
And whatever play they run has to be quick.
No time to waste. They have to score fast and then foul quickly.
And they go to the intentional foul.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And the second of 2 is good. That puts them up by 5. Timeout called the Pacers. They're trailing by 5. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Well, this is what they're left with, needing a fast bucket, then a foul.
Well, it's desperation time, and you don't have a ton of time to play around with. They know it. Got to get to work.
Here's Oladipo. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Oladipo growing into that clutch player everyone believed he could be. What great poise down the stretch.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And the second of 2 is good. That gives them a 4-point cushion. Timeout called the Pacers. They're down by 4. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
It's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
Yeah, the clock is definitely not their friend, and they need to score fast.
Turner with a screen on Fournier. Here's Oladipo. Misses off the left iron. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he ends up making the second, and that puts them up by 5. Here's Collison. Passes to Oladipo. Here's Bogdanovich. No good with the triple. So the Magic win it. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Elfert, what was the biggest adjustment you made tonight to come back and win?
We turned it up on D. We got back to doing what we do and attacking the rim on the other end.
It all came together for a win, Elfert. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.